All right, welcome guys. And the secret sauce to create any sort of warped effect with the text is pretty simple. It needs just two things. One is the text that I've already created. Second is the shape in which you want to warp the text. So in this case, I'm simply going to draw a circle. It doesn't matter what color it has nothing to do with it. It could be black or anything. And now all you have to do is make sure that the object in which you want to warp the text is placed above. And you can check that from the layers. And if you cannot do that, all you have to do is simply right click and come down here in the arrange and make sure you click on bring to front. Once you have that, it doesn't have to overlap. All you have to do is select these both, go up here in the objects, come down here where it says Envelope Distort, and all you have to click is make with top object. That's it. That's all. That's how you can warp any kind of text inside any kind of shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo it and I'm going to create a copy of the text. I'm going to keep it here. Let's select these both and again go here in the objects and make with object. And now I'm going to take a pen tool and I'm going to create just a random shape. And now I'm going to select, since this is on the top, the path here on the layers is on the top, and here is the text, so we're going to push it upward here so that the two are together. And now I'm going to select these both. Again, go here in the objects, come down here in the Envelope Distort and make with top object. And that's pretty much it. Now it's all about creating variations and customizations and creating a meaningful design. Let's do that. All right, let's try and improve on how to really create a meaningful design, which means not just putting it into shape, but also making sure that the shape looks meaningful. For instance, I've created the initials of my channel, Sloppy to Rocky, S to R. So I'm going to take an ellipse, hold Shift and Alt, draw out a circle like this, and I'm going to keep a copy of both the text and that of the circle, just in case we need to. So what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to make sure that here is my text, which is here in the layers on the right hand side, and this is the ellipse. So I'm going to push it a little upwards, and I'm going to select these both and go up here in the objects, come down here in the Envelope Distort and press make with Distort. Now, as you can see, if I zoom in it a bit, that the text is a little bit getting pressed here, and it's going a little bit out here as well. So you want to make sure that when you try and create something, it creates a meaningful shape. Sometimes you might need it, sometimes you might not. So let's try and see what we can do about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. I'm going to keep a copy of it outside as well. I'm going to select this, go up here in the objects, and I'm going to press expand. I'm going to press OK. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a copy of this circle and bring it out here so. And I'm going to change its color. I'm going to make it sort of this orange. I'm going to push it downwards. I'm going to press OK. I'm going to push it downwards. And now place the text a little bit. I'm going to select these both and I'm going to align them properly. And now I can see I can push the text a little bit upwards and then to the left. And now I can take the direct selection tool and zoom in the parts here and try and smoothen out these points. And I can do so if I hold this point and I'm going to push it a little bit outwards, and I'm going to hold this one, I'm going to press delete, and I'm also going to press this one and I'm going to press delete. And now I'm going to take the handle here and push it further outwards and make it something like this. I'm going to do the same here as well. I'm going to take the text and I'm going to take this anchor point, I'm going to push it outwards, and then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to remove it as well. And I'm going to take this one and push it here. I'm going to take this handle and push it here, zoom in, make sure I'm going to use something like here. And I'm going to take this handle and I'm going to straighten it up. I'm going to straighten it up to something like this. If I zoom in further, I can see there are 2 points, but it's okay. I can keep it like this. Now I can work on this shape. Take this one here and push it out like this. And in the same way, I can work on refining the shape of the R and placing the letter 2 inside as well. I'll quickly do it and come back and show you the final result. All right, so as you can see, I've refined the shape and now it touches the corners properly to fill up the space in a systematic way. You can change, I've ungrouped them one by one to make sure that I can make changes to them. You can go back, change the color. Let's say I can push it back to white, and then again further refine the design to hide these gaps as well. So you get the point. All right. All right, in the next example, what we're going to do is we are going to put the text inside a recognizable shape to give out some sort of message. So I'm going to try and generate the shape of a soda can. There are two ways to do it. You can either go on the internet and find a shape and then create outline, draw outline using the pen tool, or you can use the generative features of the Adobe Illustrator to do the trick for you. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to draw a rectangle like a soda can shape, something like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here in the generate vectors, and I'm going to write a simple outline of a soda can. And I'm going to keep the Firefly Model 4, which takes the minimum credits. It uses just 1 credit. We just need a simple shape. So I'm going to generate, and I'm going to wait for it to generate. All right, so there we have it. We have a few variations. We have this one. We have this one that looks pretty much like a soda can. And we have this one as well. So I'll choose this one. And let's say if I go here and turn, yeah, this is fine for us. Now, still there are so many shapes inside. I'm going to close this since we don't need that. So since there are so many shapes inside, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the bar. Since there are so many shapes inside this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it and I'm going to press here and press unite. And now we have one simple shape. Now, there are a few things that you might want to take a look at. As you can see, the shape has proper outline that of a can. But when we'll fit text inside the shape, this variation can sometimes really mess up the way the text gets filled inside. So what you really want to do is you want to reduce the amount of variations in the outside, and you want to make it one simple design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the anchor point tool, and I'm going to one by one delete these, selecting each one of them, and I'm deleting them. All right, so we have this. Now I'll move this one a little bit upwards, and in this way we have a much smoother outline to work with. Now I'm going to push it downwards to give it that circular kind of a shape. All right, this is much better. I still need to work here, and I need to keep it as smooth as possible. This is fine. And I'm going to do the same on the top as well. I'll keep this for now. Now let's try to work further with this. So once we have this, I'm going to keep it aside. I'm going to create a copy out of it just in case we need it. Now I'm going to add text. This word, let the stress fizz out. I'm going to put this down here. I'll put the word stress in the middle and then fizz out on the top. But before we do that, I'm going to cut this into 3 parts to adjust each part of the text. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take a pen tool, shift, draw a straight line, create this one, increase the stroke. I'll change its color to so that it's visible to you. The same way I'm going to create a line up here, and I'm going to cut it into 3 parts. But before I can do that, I will select these both lines. Since it's a stroke, I will still increase its thickness a little bit more. And now I'm going to convert this stroke into a fill by expanding it. All right. So now it's a fill. Now I'm going to select these 3 and go down here in the Pathfinder, and I'm going to select this minus. This will remove the path from the front. So now we have these 3 different paths, and we can again keep a copy of it just in case we need it. And I'm going to ungroup it. And now I have these 3 groups separated out. So now I can bring it here. I'll change the color of the text. Let it be, let's say, somewhere around here. And now I can make sure that the text is kept behind the shape. I'm going to select these both and go up here in the objects and come down here, Envelope Distort, and make with top object. And I'm going to take this one, change the color of this, make it, let's say, something like dark blue. And I'm going to select these both, go up here in the objects, and of course come down here. And I'm going to take this one, to the fizz out, I'm going to give it sort of this green color. I'm going to take this, come in here, and that's it. All right. And now if you want, you can put it behind it to bring back that shape of the can, or you can simply change the color of the whole background on which you're placing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out and bring this here, and you can add a background. It's okay, center align it, and then push it downwards, and then kind of change its color to something like this, and then add a message and kind of place it like here and leave some sort of message if you want to. And you can change the colors and create the stylistic look and give some sort of message if you want to. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back very soon with another tutorial.